while off stream. Spider Lily, thank you for following. It's much appreciated.
I heard the hiss of
Fine, Marshall.
brings up a lot of new questions. Are they communicating? Coordinating? What about the planet trapped in them?
The power plant is virtually confidential. No use guessing the hisses.
So I'm gonna go.
We don't even know what kind of energy it uses.
What do you mean? It has to be a fusion reactor. There's no other way to create that kind of energy output, right?
Have I been in here yet? I have not. Control points are locations. Is this the... It is. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. The appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point. In the redacted arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by redacted detection of an unobstructed ping using the redacted within 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctions or redacted or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that the control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found to be certain parts of the building refuse to be redacted.
They say the new director can launch objects up to 20 feet.
Bullshit. You never any distance over 5.
Obviously, you never read the piece.
Objects of power are unique in their capacity to gain certain individuals' paranatural abilities. We call these individuals paratiliterians. The potency of these abilities. Oh, big sneeze. The potency of these abilities depends on the paratil. That's gonna be a word. Using the redacted object of power as an example, some paratiliterians can achieve a throw distance of redacted, while others are capable of as little as redacted. See Dr. Dawn's presentation. What exactly determines an individual's paranatural competence is unknown. It is largely believed that some redacted exists within the body and that all muscles it can be exercised. To continue my analysis, I have officially requested access to Northmore records, considering he is one of the most accomplished paratiliterians in the Bureau. Dr. Dawn is considering this request. The best news. Ammo efficiency.
I can't believe we're doing this. I'm a senior executive.
Apparently, the hiss are infiltrating.
Oh, no idea what that room is. I'm gonna take the elevator then. Question A, have you ever gone to a concert? I have not. Too scared. Too many people.
Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. Dr. Castaneda, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries, authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
Research sector.
Have
huh?
you, Maximoff?
Home of the Bureau's mad scientists.
You ever been to a concert? Several. What was your favorite? The first one was a Green Day concert. Possible AWE in which an unnamed individual experienced a transcorporeality via phone line. Event is notably similar to the AWE Redacted, in which Redacted event is being believed to have been caused by Redacted. As a result, following measures have been taken to prevent Redacted. Who did I just throw that at? Trinity of Terror, Iceland Kills, Motionless in White, and Black Veil Brides. On my hometown on Halloween was probably my favorite. I also love the one with Black Veil Brides, Creeper, Dark Divine, and Ghost Kid. Dude, my 14-year-old self would have loved going to those. My grown-up self, not so much. I'm like really sad. Hi, Carla. Does it strike you odd that Darling insists on having us appear in those bizarre videos of us? I mean, we just stand there. He doesn't even let us have lines or anything. Don't get me wrong. Beats a day in the lab. Plus, it's always great to work with you. Oh yeah, I finished a comparative analysis of the two black rock samples you sent. The prism, or whatever you called it, I followed them in the usual place, under C for Carla. A handy, mnemonic device, right? Anyway, let me know if there's anything you want to discuss about the data. I'll gladly explain it. Maybe we could chat about it over some drinks or dinner even. I can't remember the last time I had a good steak. Maybe we could go together. After some time, I'm free tomorrow. All the best. Hubert. Hubert's macking on Carla. Carla's wallpaper. What is that? Chocolates? Oh, I'm knocking them like through the like they're on the roll. I'm just knocking it through. Check the men's. Never know. The bureau. Go over check toilets. Oh. It reminds me of actually concert question. My dad loves telling the story about the worst concert he ever went to was Metallica. They went they were in a like an open venue, so it was like a park. And it was they were late first off, and it started raining. And by the time they showed up, it stopped raining. And it got hot, and then it filled with mosquitoes. And when Metallica actually started like singing, they kept pointing the microphone like towards the crowd. Like, you know, like all like a ton of songs and a ton of parts, and he was like, "Is that Hubert?" They left you like, I didn't come here to listen to the fucking crowd sing. uh, Synchronicity is a phenomena long realized by the wise, but only recently given name by science. It is how we rationalize events connected to by no identifiable casualty, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event in the physical plane? Why do hounds bail at the death of their master, which has occurred miles away? The world is unified in ways we do not yet understand, and sometimes we stumble across these invisible, unseen chords and wonder as a result. Ooh. The visionary Carl Jung laid the road. Now we must walk with it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce redacted behavior by the close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare. I don't know why I blinked out on that. In due time, we're striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God Himself will. Hey, so I was wondering about the plants and research. is it really necessary to sing to them? I mean, the janitor does have a nice voice, and the plants sure seem to like it. Maybe he could just switch it up a bit. I'm getting pretty tired of the tango. And where do these plants even come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted, and people like them a bit too much, if you ask me. Are we being invaded by houseplants? Worth looking into. Oh, I don't think I can go. Thresholds have always been sources of great inspiration and great challenge. When a new threshold manifests in the oldest house by redacted, we never know what new discoveries it will provide to the Bureau. But we must always seize these opportunities. This report will examine the process of distinguishing recent threshold effects based on their utilitarian possibilities. The quarry brought black rock, one of our most invaluable discoveries, but if the mold has any scientific value, it has been difficult to find due to the lengths we must go to fighting back the particularly prolific plant. These are very distinct cases and worth comparing, as their study offers vastly different dangers and rewards. So, was the mold those plants are talking about? Am I supposed to parkour here? Oh, no, you just. How do I get up there? That seems like parkour. You fucker. Maybe it's just this. I read too much into it. Down? Oh! Gross. It reminds me to a concert a friend went there. The singer appeared late and only sang a few songs and wanted to leave, but everyone made a fuss and they made him return. One of the worst areas, by the way. This is one of the worst areas? Yeah, I assume so. The mold just does not look fun. Ew, they're fucking up my picture. I love that that oldest house has already replaced like all the pictures. All right. Agents noticed a transient, commonly found outside the entrance of a bureau headquarters, would carry the item and loudly claim to be responsible for the lack of inclement weather. The frequency of these claims attracted the personal interest of Dr. Darlin. Interviews disguised as casual conversations. The transient reported that the item gives me clouds that when it's hot and sun. Jesus. When hot and sun, when it's not. The English gives me clouds when it's hot. What the fuck? Of note occurred during a heavy downpour when the vagrant was witnessed performing a possible ritual with the item. I'm gonna zoom back up. Dr. Dahl reported a wait of redacted seconds before the rain stopped. The vagrant was seized the next day. After redacted, he was found to possess no redacted and was released. The item remains in the Bureau custody under suspicion of ultra status, though this still has not been proven. All known variations of identification formulas have failed to elicit response from the item. What we're reading. No! Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck was I supposed to do there? Oh, Christ, son. I'm gonna get all my shit again, right? Everything saved. These guys weren't here last time. Like, what's the counter to that? What do you mean? What the fuck? What the fuck? Ugh. So beefy. Yes, he's health bar. Is there the fucking range guy over there? I mean, it dropped. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I'll be honest, I was top shape with everything unlocked and I had problems in that area, so don't be afraid and leave until the end. Is this not the mandatory location I gotta be right now? Isn't that for the quest? Old Boys Club. Find Marshall.
Stepping to the FBC, there's lots to do, there's lots to read, but you don't dash and don't scream much. Let's join the Threshold Kids. Let's join the Threshold Kids.
Fixed.
Building shifts occur at random and without warning, but with the Bureau's cutting-edge technology, we can stabilize the oldest house. Safe employees are happy employees. Certain rituals allow agents to navigate the oldest house as well, but accidents do happen. Trapping agents inside the walls. I heard you got stuck in your room for 3 days, Topher. Too bad you didn't have your book with you. Or any food. And remember, kids, when you feel the floor deviate, it's already much too late.
My favorite show. Bremen basket. Item can't be stored in a block. Item can't. Restarting. Item to be stored in a black rock paneled cell. Keep away from lab animals when not in use. A simple wicker basket with cloth lining, no food inside. The item produces a hypnotic effect that slowly affects non-human animals, forcing them to congregate passively. But the object, animals from every genus and species that have thus far been tested are susceptible. Single-cell organisms do not appear to react to the effect. Appendix 697. Was it 67? Item was taken to a forest upstate for testing. Result of the test provided contradicting data, as some of the attracted animals exhibit hyper-aggressive behavior. The exercise unfortunately resulted in redacted. Further testing should be restricted to low-risk animal species with medical staff on stand. Like a chest, nice. Yeah. Oh. Can I even go down here? Oh! I don't think I can. I feel close. I don't know. No, I don't think I can go down there. Right? Hmm. Have I been everywhere around here? It's like right below me. Damage. I'm just trying to see like what's down there, cause that's where I have to go. All signs point down there. I gotta find Marshall and research parasitology, which points directly into this fucking hole. All signs lead down there. Unless there's just a body on the ground somewhere. Wanted to throw that one. Marshall's top floor? I fucking where? Like up? I mean, I can go back up, I guess. Oh, now this is open.
This is Marshall. We need...
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
Skip dialogue. Skip to call California State Emergency. Dispatcher 911. What's your emergency? Hello, I'm here. Can you hear me? I can hear you, ma'am. Where are you? I'm inside the wires. I'm lost. Ma'am, have you been drinking tonight? I feel like I'm stretching through the wire towards you. Don't you hang up. I might go if you hang up. Go where, ma'am? Gone, away. Okay. Can you describe your surroundings? And none noises. Ma'am, hello, ma'am. Dispatcher attempted to call the number back, but it was no longer in service. That'd be an awful way to go. Go to the mailroom. That's fucking miles away.
The astral plane. It's similar to an iceberg. What you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid, the board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.
It's like crimes in Spider-Man games. I'd assume so. I mean, I could teleport to the mail. I'm not doing all that. The actual exhibition was originally built for the astronauts to use as a training location, a place to grow accustomed to the sights and sounds of the astral plane before diving into the real thing. We could have done a better job with it, but Redacted was being stingy with the budget. However, once we discovered the Redacted, we decided to repurpose the space similar to how zoos hope familiar surroundings affect the well-being of their animals. We hope to observe the Redacted's behavior in the environment similar to its home dimension. So far, it just breaks everything we put in it, but Rome wasn't built in a day.
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then, one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions. Apart from one shocking exception. In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement, native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fugue, had hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator, pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it.
I like how the Federal Bureau of Control is basically just the SCP.
I can't believe they keep that thing here.
You sick beat. I thought I could close that door. Oh. What? Do our doors need to be closed first? Oh, there's another power thing. Look at the power one. Oh, there it is.
What was the Bureau doing with that thing?
Someone answer, damn it! We need backup down here.
Marshall, are you still there?
Shit. We're so close. We need to hurry.
What was this thing? Nothing now. Ugh. Hey, it's a chair, guys. Ooh. I was pressing bait. The fucking grenade. Oh.
An early hypothesis.
I'll deal with that. Right? Where the fuck did I go? Can't target those. I'll read those in a moment.
If anyone is listening, we've encountered heavy resistance. We've fallen back to the lock department. All agents are ordered to converge here.
This summary serves as an introductory guide to the astronaut program, including candidate requirements, training practices, and astral research procedures. Astronauts are chosen individuals who explore the document the astral plane by making physical contact with the X-ray light box CKS-OOP-18 in the Hypothesis Lab, a section of the parapsychology division. Physical and psychological training is vital to the repeated transition between planes known as dives. After each dive, astronauts must undergo a redacted session in the cognitive recording chairs to record their experiences in the plane. Gathered data has conclusively proven that redacted within the astral plane vary widely between astronauts, and on rare occasions, these dives can result in losses after occurring when teams encounter aggressive astral entities. Water at. Before using the recording devices, please ensure the following safety measures are met. Ensure the volunteer is secretly fastened in the chair. Ensure the hood is placed over the volunteer's head. This will prevent the volunteer from taking in visual stimuli recording the record process, which can lower the quality of captured footage. Oh boy. This also prevents recording technicians from the volunteer viewing a volunteer's face, which undergoes muscle spasms during recordings that some consider upsetting. Check if the volunteer is comfortable. Activate the recording apparatus. After recording is complete, check volunteer cognitive ability using the provided questionnaire. Reminder, do not be alarmed if the length of recorded footage exceeds the volunteer's period of consciousness. Astral dilation is a known issue. If any problems arise during the process, contact your supervisor. Summary. The study extends workings of Irvin Janus, Robert Barron, and others by proposing strong causal links between groupthink and passive or active use of telepathy. To prove these connections, a parapsychology department carried out variations of Solomon Ark's original conformity experiments using a telepathic individual as a subject. The experiments adapted for the details. Extensive qualitative and quantitative data resulting from these experiments was used to identify telepathic interference within the group. Whether empirical findings suggest measures can be taken to safeguard against telepathic influence on behaviors by engaging in protected. Rather boldly, this paper stands to revolutionize decades of groupthink theory, provide new directions for further experiments on the mind, including manipulation of redacted and redacted.
Marshall, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm coming to help.
Faden. Hold on. I'm setting the elevator for you. We need to talk.
She got that right.
Did her eye look weird there?
More of you? Really?
Trench said his team knows all the Bureau's secrets. Marshall, especially. Does she know what happened to Dylan?
Welcome to the party, ma'am. Marshall is right down the hall.
Rubber duck supplement. Discovered in the home of Agent Redacted after his young daughter complained of being followed by her rubber duck. According to Agent Redacted, the matter was ignored, believed to be a result of the child's imagination, until he began to hear quacking at night. After discovering the item hidden in his daughter's closet, he brought it to the Bureau for study. Update. It was discovered that Agent Redacted was bringing known paranormal materials into his home illegally, taking them outside of the oldest house. How this may have affected the creation of an altered item is being investigated. Agent Redacted has been terminated. For life. No. Oh my, what is this?
There you are. I was starting to worry.
Grabbing shit.
Congratulations on your appointment, Director Phaeton. I'm Helen Marshall, head of Bureau Operations. Zachariah's dead then, and I assume you found his gun.
Just call me Jesse. Trench told me to find you. He said you could help.
And he told you this through the hotline. Makes sense.
None of this phases her? Really?
Here's the situation. Darling created the HRAs in a lab nearby. We need more if we're gonna survive this attack. My rangers can't secure the lab alone, not against those things. We need more firepower.
At least she seems to know what's going on here. She could know about Dylan.
I can clear out the hiss. I'll be your firepower.
That's a good answer.
Is she testing me?
Darling has systems in place to protect his labs. This should help you get past them. We'll talk more after you clear out the hiss. Rangers, let her through. We'll have
I
to
know
lock
that
the door
Jack is
behind
not
you.
uniform.
Sorry, but we can't risk a breach.
The layout of this place almost invites an ambush. Guess we never thought we'd be fighting on our own turf.
Seriously. I've been in Threshold safer than this.
And the hiss sort of turned the house into a threshold, huh?
Last anyone heard, he was taking a security team into containment. The reason is currently unknown.
I think I know the reason.
Activate everything. Hold on, guys.
I see Rangers. We have to help them.
Hell yeah. They're mid. They're all dead. Ow. Oh. Poor folks. Really close. Kind of in the middle. That little thunk sound. Ugh.
Altered item number 52AE analysis, session 2. I will begin by introducing various stimuli to the item. First, a low voltage electric shock. No response. Next, I will introduce heat via a standard Bunsen burner. No response. Next, a series of solutions will be applied, each with a different value on the pH scale, from 0 to 14. No response to any value. Next, I will attempt to communicate. Can you understand me? Can you understand my words? Quack if you can understand my words. No response. This concludes session 2. We'll need time to prepare further tests.
This way to the lab? Okay. You must like these HRAs. Sounds like Darling built them. And most of the things around here. If Marshall can't help us with Dylan, he's our next best bet. Assuming he's not dead. Or taking over this.
What do I get up there? What do you mean Infected is doing the voice of the thing? He's a Stranger Thing. Jeez. Really? Ah! World's biggest idiot, but solves attempts to solve something pretty simple. How do I get in there? Do I have an ability that I don't know of? Uh, do I put a bunch of boxes in there? Is there any way to just place it? I have to throw the fucking. Oh. Come on. Ah, fuck. How do I do this? What easy thing am I missing? What is this? Oh, Jesus. Oh.
You let me here. Any
Just
idea
an
how to
idiot.
make it work?
Overthinking.
Hello again, Director. It appears we have a new problem. We need to get the HRA machine working.
I've replaced a couple of spark plugs, but this looks a bit more complicated.
Darling must have had a system. Randomness isn't in his nature. The punch cards, the symbols, the terminals. How do they connect?
I'll see what I can do.
So, we need to find all the punch cards.
Did not do that? Black rock prisms are unique formations of black rock, distinct both their shapes and potency. While the density of the black rock dampens paranatural forces, the unique redacted structure of the prisms retain frequencies in the range of redacted to redacted hertz, with perfect redacted harmonization. Report analysis or analyzes the results of focusing a redacted through the harmonized prisms onto a redacted methods, or the imprinting of a non-physical lead fields onto redacted, imbuing them with properties of the harmonized resonance. Redacted in the prism will be explored and explained. Hey, Mr. Where?
The forest of positive interactions. So I play this and get in the tank. Okay. Self-reflection can bring answers. I read that somewhere.
Each punch card should correspond to a terminal.
I'm just guessing at this point. Five.
These whiteboard drawings may be important. It looks like he was working on something to do with these symbols.
Nice.
The prism shattered. Darling's prototypes have a lot of issues. We need a new plan. We need more Black Rock prisms to make this machine work. Darling has another lab, down in the Black Rock processing site in maintenance. That must be where he keeps the prisms.
I've been to maintenance already. I can find my way.
But how long will that take? Nothing here is simple. I need to ask her now, before I go.
I need something from you first. What do you know about Dylan Faden?
I knew this was coming. Lives are at stake here, and we need this machine working to save those lives. Once that is done, Director Faden, then we can talk.
She's right. As much as I don't want to admit it. I'm the only one who can help.
Fine. I'll get the prisms first.
Dylan will have to wait just a little longer.
But don't call me director. Jesse is fine.
I'll call you Faden. Here, you'll need this keycard.
Thanks. Emily Pope has set up a base in Executive. Once I have the prism, I'll meet you there.
Right. I'll move out immediately. And keep an eye out for Darling. Finding him might be the key to stopping the hiss.
It's just one large-scale HRA. It's there now. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us and keeping us from being wiped out.
Jesus.
Here, this will lead back to Central Research.
Nice. Shortcut.
Altered item number 52AE analysis, session 2. I will begin by introducing.
All right, take this.
Go back and see if we can talk to what's the lady?
No hiss followed you in, right?
This is Lynn Salvador, head of Bureau Security. I'm making a formal security order due to the incident in April, case number 21HQ593. Improper use of the jukebox altered item led to 2 fatalities. We believe a pair of agents used the jukebox to travel to the Quarry threshold and engage in inappropriate workplace behavior. An expedition team found them decomposing at the formation's base a week later. At least we found out the jukebox doesn't bring corpses back when the song ends. I'm having the jukebox placed in a secure location in the executive sector. It should never have been accessible to low clearance staff in the first place. The new location security and proximity to a high-traffic area will prevent misuse, while still allowing for expedition teams to access it when required. See me for any further details.
The America Overnight program was operated successfully for over redacted years, originally designed to assist in providing disinformation to the nationally skeptical population of America. It has additionally led to the discovery of numerous AWEs and the altered material by allowing civilians to call and report their experiences with the paranormal. In fact, America Overnight alerted the Bureau of Redacted and Redacted in its first year of operation alone. The investigation sector has cataloged and categorized each episode of America Overnight that has resulted in a successful Bureau investigation in order to help AWE's occurrence analysis. The more redacted results of Night Springs have also been cataloged in a separate report. I love me some Night Springs. I don't know. I want to do something with this. want to say the jukebox.
Looking good on hardware.
It's ridiculous.
Physical alterations in his corrupted organisms vary so wildly. What's the connection?
Researchers were sent to transcribe the recursive chant repeated by the Hiss entities. In the interest of safety, this was done with the non-aggressive floating Hiss entities. However, no distinction between this repeating phrase and the ones repeated by the more violent Hiss entities have been observed. What is the purpose of the repeating string of words? Is this how the Hiss corrupts individuals? Does the chant produce a physical effect? Is it a message, an incantation? We would ever record a first-hand recite, whatever, the fucking chanting. See the corresponding audio word. My brain was not working.
You know where to find me.
Any level 3s?
Darling always seems to have these things under control. Really use them right now.
To whom it may concern. In case you are not aware, something caused a sticky note in my office to duplicate. My office is unusable now. I'll be working from home until this is resolved. You can reach me on my cell or home phone. Sincerely, J. Bozar, Vice Chief of Staff. What are all these sticky notes? Any rooms I missed?
Did you see me take down one of those flying motherfuckers? You want me to go to research? All in here for you to see? Doubt me again and I'll fuck you.
I don't know any of that was.
Pope wants us to compile all of Darling's data entries from the past month.
does he just keep spawning? What level is this one? Dear New York Tribune, airplanes aren't real. I figured out how they do it. The windows are TV screens. The whole thing moves on big tracks like a roller coaster that moves through the underground tunnels in Earth. Airports are... Oh my god, I'm young, sorry. Airports are more like train stations. They do they do this because the sky is full of monsters that they don't want us to know about. The planes we see in the sky are monsters. The government made the Earth trains look like monsters so they could lie to us better. Don't contact me. Might be onto something. Get back on track.
Pope wants us to compile all of Darwin's
Welcome back.
from the past month.
When do we get to talk to Audie again?
Marshall knows something about Dylan. Is he here? Is he alright? HRAs first. They'll help save everyone, including Dylan, once I find him. Can you keep him safe? Like you do with me?
The oldest house is a place in flux. Thresholds appear with no warning. What the threshold will contain is a question we can only answer once it manifests. The widely accepted theory is that the thresholds are dimensions vibrating on a redacted frequency different from our own. When the frequencies match, the threshold will manifest to the oldest house, which as a redacted. Others theorize thresholds are parallel universes or possibly our own reality at a different point in time. Some believe our collection of altered material affects the house or attracts the threshold. We do know the certain that thresholds are not permanent. Eventually, their frequency will shift. Some believe Earth is just itself is just another threshold connected to the oldest house, which actually rooted in some other reality. This theory, while impossible to disprove, causes redacted in those who learn it, actively denied. What am I saying? Ah! What are you? It die in one shot? Okay. Coming in, no training. Unless there's a way from here to wrap around. Hold up. Oh, that's still open. All right.
Okay, we need to find a way to Blackrock processing. That's where Marshall said we'd find a prism.
Nothing. Ah. Whatever.
Glad to see you're still you.
Doesn't move around, huh?
The damage.
They've each taken a few hits. We need to get them to a surgical station ASAP, but I don't think they're stable enough to move.
Oh yeah? Well, they're gonna have to be, because we are moving out and I am not leaving them behind. Now do what you need to do. Hey, thanks for bringing down that... whatever the fuck that was. But we are barely holding on here, boss. How's the situation outside maintenance?
What do I tell him? The truth is harsh, but these people seem familiar with death.
The hiss are everywhere. Most of the Bureau is lost. We need Blackrock Prism to make more HRAs for any survivors in the safe rooms. I'm here to check Darling's Blackrock lab.
So to recap, death, disaster, and imminent destruction. Another day at the FBC. Well, Darling's lab is just past Blackrock processing. I got good news and I got bad news on that front. Good news is, it's right down the hall. Bad news is, a hiss monster has decided to move in, so that's great.
Monster.
That's what the Rangers said. The ones that survived, anyway. We are just treading water here, and the hiss keep coming. Salvador would know what to do, but apparently he took a security team into the containment sector just before the lockdown happened, and, well, no one's seen him since. But hey, at least we got you, our fearless leader.
They shouldn't rely on me. They don't know me. They don't know how I've failed people.
You've done a good job here, Arish, but You should take your people and get to the base in Executive. You can regroup there. I'll go deal with this monster. I'm getting kind of used to them.
Aye, aye, Faden. And be sure to put a bullet in that thing for me.
I'm not doing so hot.
You're fine. We'll push through this.
Ranger
The
Squad
Hester
Charlie
runs
7
through and
returned
push
from
him
an
back.
expedition into the Quarry threshold just after 0500 Zulu. Can you please state your names and describe the purpose of your expedition?
Kevin Horowitz, Rupert Well. Our mission was to map Quarry grid coordinates G29. Secondary objective, as always, was to find a route from the threshold entrance and maintenance to the formation. Secondary objective was not a success.
Hey,
remember the deal.
And
Kill
did you
the hiss,
encounter
I
any
buy a
previously
shot.
unrecorded
I'll show
event
phone
or
book.
entity while inside the threshold?
No, nothing. Do you think we should tell him about the mermaid?
Excuse me?
Yeah, the mermaid. Horowitz here found this mermaid in the quarry, just sitting on some black rock. She was singing this beautiful song, and he was overcome with desire. She was so alluring. I'd say she was more enchanting than alluring. Fine, enchanting.
Christ, we're
Did you
running
tell
over
your
everything.
CO about this?
No. Because it didn't happen. Nothing happened. As usual, the quarry is full of rocks. That's it. Can we go now?
Fuck you guys. Get out of here.
Yeah, the FBC really likes to redact shit, don't they? I can understand their frustration.
Arish wasn't kidding about that monster.
The Swan Boat Procedures. Item is made of fiberglass painted to resemble a swan. Foot pedals allow them to propel forward in water. The item emits a pulse of physical force at an estimated force of redacted. Possible connections is 00 or OOP5. Measuring the exact force created by the item has been hindered by concerns from the Human Resources Department. The item was seized from an actively rental service called Redacted, located on Lake Redacted on Vancouver Island, Canada, after it ejected numerous riders over the course of a summer, bringing the boat to the attention of the media. The item was transported to the Bureau by helicopter. The containment specialist occupied it, sent to the recite formulas C9 through 32 recursively. Yeah. What occurred in the helicopter is not known, but all agents were lost in the crash. The item was recovered and then transported by train. It arrived at the Bureau without further incident.
You showed me the HRA when I first got here, and the machine that makes them. Can you help me find a prism? Shit! They're shattered. What the fuck?
Oh! Ow!
Let's hurry up and find Darling's lab.
Not cool.
these areas thresholds. The quarry is one of the more stable thresholds in the maintenance sector. That's where black rock comes from.
You heard that too, right?
Dimensional matter.
Black rock
It
comes
has
from
the
a
unique
threshold,
property of blocking out a
quarry.
lot of frequencies. A
So
good thing.
the prisms must be there too.
Contained. Think of it as paranatural lead. Our research involves many dangerous things we absolutely need to keep in check. That's what the Black Rock Line fire breaks are about. The panopticon container cells.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but I need the code for the quarry elevator.
Oh, Emily. The codes. Black Rock 665.
Neighbor of the Beast.
Neighbor of the Beast. Get it? We can do that again.
Darling's key. This should get us into the quarry.
Atlas is a physical expression created by the oldest house. Its purpose and functions are currently unknown. Specific shape and dimensions of the Atlas seem to indicate a more explicit purpose than the oldest house usual walls, floors, and shifts. The Atlas changes forms, but resists observation when doing so. No visual observation has been made during its change, and it only ever occurs between frames when monitoring by surveillance cameras. The previous theory was that the change corresponds to how shifts, and the Atlas is a redacted of the redacted itself. However, the shape changes do not occur at the same time as the building shifts, which makes this theory doubtful. Structurally, the Atlas is made of the same redacted material as the rest of the oldest house. Further observation will hopefully aid in discovery its purpose. BlackRock was allowed the Bureau to make great strides in containment procedures. Since it was first discovered, the report will examine how its very structure is compromised, redacted, density that nullifies all resonance with a range of redacted to redacted hertz. Bureau's innovations that incorporate BlackRock will be analyzed, most notably the fire breaks, featuring feats of engineering designed to contain any future outbreaks, attacks, and other internal threats. The goal of the report is to encourage Bureau staff to explore further innovations using BlackRock. As work in that field has markedly slowed in the recent years. The safe object of power can produce a barrier using objects of material from an immediate vicinity. Bureau Rangers were given permission to employ heavy weaponry against a paratiliterian bound into the object in order to gauge the barrier's durability. Redacted and redacted velocity ammunitions were tested with redacted results. Testing will continue after redacted. The safe object of power is clearly a viable candidate for use in combat response scenarios. Allowing paratiliterians to participate in an alternate engagement would be an advantage worth considering.
Everything here is crazy. Weird, but it feels right. Like how the world should be. I am in an infinite building leading to different dimensions, and I never want to leave. Even with all the horror, it feels sane.
Oh, nice.
Elevator's broken. Gotta get down the old-fashioned way.
Ow. I am Amadeus Arkham. Nice. These Blackrock slates kind of do a lot of fucking damage. Oh! Oh! Oh, not one of these fucking...
Whoa. Not what I expected.
Pretty fucking wicked. Shortcut. Okie dokie. Oh, you guys again. Oh, I want to see spawned. Ow! Oh, there's two of them here. Ugh. It charges so slowly.
And there it is, right where you led me. The HRAs, the prisms, they mean something to you. I need to get this prism to Marshall before it's too late. HRAs, then Dylan.
Oh, Lord.
Collins, any word on survivors?
We've located numerous safe rooms with survivors inside. We're waiting on HRAs before we open them. Once we can safely bring them out, the survivors will be escorted here straight away.
Wonderful. Keep me updated.
Had to take a detour into
There's nothing
the quarry,
loading in.
but I found plenty. Here.
We will start HRA production immediately. I promised I'd tell you about Dylan once you helped us.
This is it.
Ew.
She knows. 17 years I've waited.
Your brother is here. He was once known as Prime Candidate 6, codenamed P6. We brought him here after the ordinary event. He was groomed to be the future director. He had talents far beyond any other candidate in the program.
Of course he did. We found you together. We share a bond. Are you with him now? So you kidnapped him?
We took him in. Your parents vanished along with every other adult in Ordinary. Eventually, his power changed him. There were casualties. He wasn't fit to be the director.
Did you know about this? Is this why you didn't bring me here sooner? Were you keeping me away? Where is Dylan?
He's kept in the containment sector, in the Panopticon.
My brother. I thought we were the same. What if we are? I'm going. Now.
I expected as much. I need to go check on
Why is this so...
something I cannot let the hiss.
I think it's loading again.
It shouldn't take long, but you must watch the Bureau while I'm gone. And remember, Dylan is dangerous. Do not let him out, Director Faden.
How do I make her stop calling me that? I'm not here for them. Nothing simple here. These people took my brother, but they've accepted me without question. Are they my enemies or my friends? I need to see Dylan. I need to know. I wish you could tell me what you know, explain things. Just stay with me, okay? I could use a friend right now.
None of the textures are loading in properly.
Situation report. All sectors.
I don't know what's going on.
Security employee named Arish is apparently prevented multiple key locations.
No hiss followed you in, right?
Shut up.